Hello guys, how you all doing? Welcome again to my channel. For those of you who are watching this video for the first time today, please do well and subscribe. Do well and get into this YouTube channel for good. And you can only get here. You can only get into this channel for good by subscribing. So in today's video, I'm talking about the so many value chains under pig farming. For those of you who don't know, this channel is all about pig farming, goat farming, cattle farming, fish farming, and the rest. If you have not seen any of my videos yet on other of this aspect of farming, just know that very soon they will be coming. So apart from the actual raising of pigs, breeding of pigs, there are also other things you can do under piggery. Everything doesn't have to be I'm rearing pig, I'm raising pigs, raising porkers or the rest. No, everything doesn't have to fall under that category. But there are also other subcategories which you can tap into. So, what are these other value chains under pig farming? Some of these other value chains include buying and reselling. I know some guys who they don't rear pigs, they don't grow pigs, but they buy from farmers, they add some money to it, and they sell it off and also make their gain. So everything doesn't have to involve you raising pigs, you worrying about feeding your pigs or even giving them medication. You can still make money out of other people's sweat. All you have to do is buy what they have sweated, to raise, add your own money, you sell it off, and you make your gain, you make your profit. Because at the end of the day, all we want as business people is to make more profit, is to make more money. That's our simple goal. So whether you are actually raising that animal or not doesn't have to be an issue, because as far as you're making the money, you should be comfortable. Now the second value chain under pig farming is butchering. I know a good number of guys. In fact, I know many guys who are doing very well for themselves just by butchering pigs. Pig butchering is not something that like people see as something they should do. Maybe I don't know why, but for those of you who want to go into butchering, or for those of you who are already into butchering, what I would advise you today is to add pork to your meat. What that means, you should start butchering pigs, start butchering, slaughtering pigs. You see that you make enough money out of it if you can be able to run the business very well. Because at the end of the day, no business will make you money automatically. You have to know how to make the business to make you money. You get? So pig butchering is a very, very viable and good business for those who don't want to rear pigs but still want to get involved in this pig atmosphere. So you can also get into pig butchering. You butcher, you sell as a wholesaler, and you sell as a retailer. Some people might come and say that they want to buy one full pig, you butcher it for them and sell off. Some people might say they want to buy some part of the pig, you butcher, you sell off. That's wholesale and retail. So that's it. Now the third value chain under pig farming is you can become a pork griller. I know a good number of guys who roast pork on roadside, who are also doing well, who are doing well for themselves. I won't say how much they make, but they make good amount of money every week or every night, and every night they come out to sell to roadside grill. So imagine if somebody can be able to, like, you don't have to be all these local grillers. You can open your own barbecue or something like that, or roast stand somewhere, be roasting your pigs and be roasting your pork. You still be making money out of it, because people are always looking for where to buy this meat and eat. Because pork, anybody who has tasted pork knows it's a very, very, very sweet and wonderful meat. Nobody wants to. Like, I know a good number of people who say that I don't like pork, but once they tasted pork for the first time in their life, from that day onwards, they began to eat pork. So people are always constantly looking for where to eat pork. So we all should be bridging the gap between the producers and the consumers. You don't have to be a producer like a farmer, and you can't just be a consumer, because it's not good. You should also get in between and be a link. You link the consumers and the producer. So you can achieve this by having a roadside grill. Now the fourth value chain under pig farming is the pork joint. I call it the pork joint. You know, like we have all these bars where they sell local palm wine here in the southeast, where they sell local palm wine and bush meat. You can sell that your own style is that you want to open a pork joint where they sell pork and beer, or where they sell pork and palm wine, especially in the south, in the southwest, in the southeast, where the pig market is very is there, where the people eat more pig than our brothers and sisters in the north. So you can say that I want to open up a pork joint, and you see that at the end of the day, you make a good amount of money if you understand the business and if you do it very well. Now the fifth value chain is pork supplier. Suppliers are those people who they don't necessarily, in fact, they don't raise pigs. All they do is, you want pigs, I'll supply. You're a butcher, you call me. If I have pigs, I'll supply. So what these people are like acting as a bridge between the pork farmers and those who want to butcher the porks. For example, now I can go on Instagram and say that if you want pigs, if you want to buy pork, you should meet me. I don't have a farm. All I do is that if I get requests or if I get payments for people who want to eat pork and they need it, all I have to do is go to the farm, supply the pig and give them. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So we all should try to get either in one of these things. Now the sixth value chain under pig farming is pig transporting. There are people who, like, there are all these lorries and trailers that carry cows, goats, sheep down from the north, from up north down to the south here. You can say that, okay, because let's be honest with ourselves, even as much as the north is mainly the Muslims, there are a good number of Christians there, at least 30 to 40% of the north, at least 30 or 20% of the north are Christians, because there are some major Christian states in the north. So, and these states, a lot of people there eat pork. So, and most of the pork is produced here in the south. So, someone can decide to start this kind of transporting business, whereby he deals specifically in pigs. And pigs are not something that anybody can just transport, because if you don't know how to handle them, you might end up having your customers' pig all dead, all of them all dead. So you have to be able to know how to manage and transport these pigs, so that you won't end up in damages and losses for yourself and for the person you are transporting the pigs. Because I know of people who just to transfer their pigs from the neighboring states to the other states, they lost most of their pigs, which means they lost money, and which means they have lost some of the money they should have even made from those pigs. Because you're not just losing money, you are losing your future money also. You know what I'm saying? So you need to be an expert in transporting pigs. So, and the people who transport pigs, they know that this thing is a stressful thing. So they have to pay very well. They have to pay you very well for it. It's not like cattle. Even if cattle stay in a trailer for 30 days, nothing much will happen to it. But a pig cannot survive one whole day without you applying the necessary things which you have to do for it to survive. So that's basically it on today. It's not more that you have to be a farmer. It's not more that you have to be rearing pigs. It's not more that you must have your own farm. You can still decide, like, yes, I want to get under this pig value chain. I want to be there. I want to be among those who are in this pig industry. You can join any of these things, but at the end of the day, and in fact, at the end of the day, all of them are nice ventures to get into. Some people might not have the passion to raise animals, but some people might not have the time or even the capacity to raise animals. So you can decide to buy and sell, you can decide to butcher, you can decide to buy and butcher, you can decide to buy and do a roadside grill, you can decide to buy and open a pork joint where people will be coming in, they'll relax, they'll sit down, they'll drink and eat pork. You can even decide it doesn't have to be a pork joint. Maybe you can decide to open a joint and add pork to it. It's as simple as that. Then you can decide to be a pork supplier. People need pigs, you supply to them. People need pork, you supply to them. Then you can decide to be a pig transporter. People need somebody in Aba might need pigs, and the farm might be in Cross River. You can try to say transport from Cross River down to Aba. They'll pay your money, and the money they'll pay won't be a small money, because you know that this thing is hard work. Transporting pigs is not easy, so it's hard work, and I've done it before, so it's not easy. So that's basically it for transporting pigs, and for the so many value chains under pig farming. So that's on today's video. I'm not at the farm today, like you all can see. I'm in my room. So that's it on today's video. Subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. Like this video if you have not liked yet. And that's it on today's video. Thank you, and God bless.